A healthy and functioning natural environment is directly linked to our own health and well-being. The goods and services provided by a healthy natural environment enables us as a society to grow and develop if and only if we make use of these natural resources sustainably and use them wisely. In order for us to achieve this, we need to initiate remedial measures where needed to restore the balance of nature. If you were to imagine that the foundation consists of air, water and soil, the next two rock layers represent plants and animals. The very top of the balance of nature is reserved for humans. Own stable position on the top is directly linked to the stability of the layers below. If the lower layers of the structure were to be undermined in any way, then our own continued prosperity and even survival would be at stake.
With all alien plant species currently invading parts of the country, they all have their impact on the daily lives of South Africans, and rural communities rely very heavily on their natural resources.
The aim of the initial meeting at Skeinsdrift on the 5th of March was to present the idea of an alien plant control skills development course. The development and hosting of such a course is seen as one of the potential pathways towards supporting community development in the region.
To provide the people here with skills in terms of alien plant clearing, the different techniques that exist, and that they would be empowered in the end to go out and manage their own area, decide on the best technique to apply and use it and get your veld in a natural condition again.
A simple presentation was developed and presented to the members of Skeinsdrift and surrounding communities.
Hopefully we'll be able to train them further to become trainers of trainers. So we're hoping that our contribution would lead to a bigger self-help initiative in the community.
The August session was the first formal contact between Abiru, nature conservation, lecturers and all interested community members. 10 community members signed up to participate in the skills development course. They were informed that because they were representing their respective communities, that their skills development and training would need to be taken back into their own communities, and that they would be expected to pass on their experience to members of their own communities in alien plant control. In light of this, the added pressures of an overutilized and unhealthy environment was highlighted.
The demonstration was really just to show how with growing resource use it becomes more and more difficult to maintain the balance of nature, and just use any items from the environment, and in this case it was 3 bricks, which I explained to them was the resources that surrounded their environment that they're in. Then I said they've built this nice resource center here, and I put a resource manager on, and I explained to them how it was that they were nice and comfortable, it was balanced, everything was happy, he was happy. And then we started bringing other people in that were visiting, and it became more and more difficult to balance on those bricks that represented the resources. When you over-exploit, then there's an unhealthy balance. And at some point you can keep on adding until it falls over. And I think it's a good demonstration, a practical and visual demonstration. I can say it, but it doesn't have the same effect.
The outcomes planned for this visit was to ensure that the participants would get time out in the field and actually get to grips with the identified alien plants. However, they first needed some basic knowledge of the alien plants, the various recognized control measures, and how to implement some of these control measures safely. Safety and work equipment items were issued to each participant before they attempted any form of alien plant control. A simple count of alien plant numbers within a small area of 50 square meters was conducted to gauge the severity of the enroachment. The area selected by the participants was visibly not the most densely invested, but provided a total of close to 40 individual plants. 2 forms of control were discussed and field tested by the participants. The 2 forms were namely mechanical and chemical control.
Chemical clearing involves that we use herbicides, and there will be follow-up operations as with both, but herbicide application, environmentally friendly herbicides, that's available and which we will also supply to the community here. Mechanical clearing is physically going out, cutting it, but they will still have to do some sort of a chemical application just on the stumps. And again, there will be, as a follow-up operations.
Over a 4-hour period, these 40 individuals were removed and taken to a place where they could die. Participants were later challenged to work as a group and continue to clear a larger area of alien plants. All the equipment was left behind so that the work could be done.
We've exposed them to both the chemical clearing, we'll give them all the equipment, they will do that, and they'll also do mechanical clearing at this stage. I personally think mechanical clearing would be the best in the end for this specific situation. Yeah.
We'd go to the site and we actually record what we see. We'll take some stock, we'll do some counting just to get an idea of what the infestation looks like. The small plants obviously we'll uproot, the larger plants we will treat with chemicals, and within 6 months we'll come back again and we'll retake those photographs and we'll see just how effective their control was.
The next step is for financial and budgeting skills to be provided, as well as accredited herbicide training.
We're looking at some of the staff with some of the community members here, and the ones that really do show an aptitude for this kind of work and see potential as a potential career or income generation. We'll train them further with herbicide use and possibly other ways of controlling other alien plants.
These skills would enable the community members to set up tender for potential alien plant clearing projects in the area, and through this generate an income based on the initial skills development training.